you need to work on your training capacity more than anything else. So training capacity is basically how much training stress can you take and still keep progressing? Because that's probably the most important question that you need to answer for yourself, is how much training stress is conducive for you. If you undermine it, you are going to be stuck in a plateau. This is what most of the people are stuck in, because they are undermining the training stress that they require and not stimulating themselves enough. The other side of it is overdoing it or overstimulating yourself. That's when you get so sore that you do not recover from, like, the normal period for recovering from soreness or training is 72 hours max. But sometimes if you just overdo something, you get sore for like 10 days. So like, let's say if I do a pull session and my biceps get so sore that they have not recovered in 10 days, then I can forget about doing another, I'm missing out on 3 pull sessions in the next 10 days or 2 pull sessions in the next 10 days. But that way just training just goes for a toss. So identifying how much training stress is enough for you to keep growing is very important. So the best bet.
Okay, it's different for each person, the amount of like RPE.
Absolutely, completely different. So I'll introduce you to another concept. It's called RIR. It's called reps in reserve, because it's difficult to understand RP if you're not experienced in training. Oh, Sakshi's here. I'm just going to quickly get her on the call.
Yeah.
Say hi. Hey Sakshi, what's up? Good morning.
Hi Animesh, good morning.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
Good, yeah. I'm sorry that I'm late to the call.
Hey, it's completely all right. I was just answering a question for Nami, and then we'll get you in.
Alright.
Awesome. Okay. So, burpees. Okay. All right. So, where was that? So RP, right? So, okay. Like
RIR.
RP and RIR. Yes. So RP is your how you're perceiving your exertion. How exerted am I? How am I perceiving that? That's RP. So yes, that makes it quite individual. If we are doing a rowing variation for 12 reps at a certain weight, for me the RP is going to be different, and for you it's going to be different. Now, once you're experienced in training, once you have a few years of training under your belt, it's quite easy to determine RP. So I would just know what sort of weight I need to lift for how many reps for any variation. But if you are not there yet, RIR is a better concept to rely on. It's called reps in reserve. So reps in reserve is basically, if I want you to do foundational training, and I'm saying that if you are trying to build your foundation, right now it's more conducive for you to train at lesser RPEs, like RPE 6 or 7. But you do not know what RPE 6 or 7 is. So I would tell you instead to do all your sets and keep 3 RIR or 4 RIR, 4 reps in reserve or 3 reps in reserve. This basically means that if you're doing, say, push-ups, and I tell you, let me do 4 sets of push-ups and keep 3 RIR. So you would stop every set when you feel like you just have 3 or 4 reps left in the tank in reserve. So I start doing push-ups. I get up to, like, let's say 12 reps, and I realize, okay, I think now I have 3 reps left. At 15 I will fail. So I just stop there. So reps in reserve is a better concept to rely on once you're starting out in training and you do not understand RP. Eventually, once you set a certain reps in reserve format for yourself and you do your workouts like that, within a couple of weeks you will start understanding what RPEs those represent. How much exertion that is for you.
Okay, so what kind of RIR do I set for myself now? Like when I go into my workouts.
So this is your first month. By all means, you're building a foundation right now, right? You're back into training after a while. So the next 2 months, 8 weeks is a good timeline to have where you're building your training foundation, building your training capacity. And whenever we are doing capacity building work, you can maybe set like a 3 RIR or 2 RIR. Since you have experience, it's not like you're training for the first time. You can also push up to like a 2 RIR for most of your exercises. It's RIR is
2 what RIR?
2 or 3 RIR, yes. So for some exercises that are bodyweight exercises, it's easier to understand RIR, because if I tell you do push-ups till 2 RIR, you can just stop when you feel like you have 2 reps left in the tank. But now let's take the example of a weighted movement like dumbbell bench press or barbell bench press, right? If you're doing a bench press and I tell you need to, you have a fixed number of reps, because like the set will be, say, 4 sets of, like the format will be like 4 sets of 12 reps. So in this there is no RIR because I've set the reps. So this is where you need to depend on RPE more, because you go out, you lift a weight. The first set is always kind of going to be like an experiment. So it's good to be conservative. So pick a weight that you feel like you can actually rep for 12 reps, and then you see what RPE that felt like, and that's where you go from there.
Okay.
So say I pick up a couple of 10 kg dumbbells and I do my 12 reps of dumbbell bench press. And after 12 reps, I realized this was way too easy. So in my mind, I think I can do maybe 20 reps with this. So that would be like a RP 5 or 6, 50% effort. So that's a signal for me to lift more in the next set.
Okay, got it.
So RPE, RI are two very important concepts that you can start incorporating. That's how you can individualize your own training and not depend on somebody else's. Because if you're training with a partner, it's highly likely that you would want to lift the weights that they are lifting. And even if they are the same shape and size as you, but even if like a lot of the things between you, both of you, you and your training partner are the same, you are still an individual, and you need to, treat your training like that. Like you need to individualize the process for yourself.